Now loading podcast, period.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Podcast Period, the internet's stupidest podcast. My name is Ben, and with me today, as always, is my co-host David.
What's up, guys?
So before we get into our normal shenanigans of the episode, I do want to mention that we finally have an actual website up. Before, we just had a domain name that kind of just redirected to the episodes that we have listed. Still, technically, it's what the website functions as, but we wanted to, well, it was more my idea than David's idea, but I wanted to have a website up as more of a way that we could do more than just put podcasts out there, because I like writing like small editorials and stuff, and I don't really have any connections to any websites that will post everything that I write. So I wanted to just have an outlet for ramblings and stuff besides little snippets on Twitter here and there. So that's what this website is for. We actually have an article up now. If you want to go take a look at it, I'll also link it down in the episode description, the show notes and whatnot. So if you want to go check it out, you can check it out there. Yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of fun stuff on there. David's gonna write something on there, hopefully, eventually.
Yeah,
yeah.
If any of you have any suggestions on what you would like us to put up there, I'm sure one of us could be a little bit more creative with those suggestions and incorporate. And if there's ideas.
If there's anything you want to write for us, hit us up. We've got a contact page on the website. Well, we've got the email address in the end of the episode. So hit us up on Twitter, whatever. Just if you want to write for us, let us know. And that's not going to be paid. Sorry, we're broke. But if you want to have some place to put your ramblings, like I wanted some place to put mine, here it is. Yeah. So anyway, we'll get on with the episode now. First part of the episode, as always, we brought some news topics that we want to talk about. First one that I bought. I messed up my correction of the word that I said. Anyway, before this episode recorded, actually, technically the first time we recorded this episode. Sorry to break the magic, but this is the second time we're recording this one. Because the first take didn't it went well, but the post-production part didn't go very well. David's Audacity crashed and we lost the entire thing. So here we are again. Anyway, I can't remember if it was the last episodes that we did or the one before that, but we reacted to the trailer for the Netflix movie Extraction.
It was episode 30.
That's finally... Was it? Okay, yes. So it was the last episode. It's finally up as of a couple of days ago, I think, the 24th. So we've decided that that's what we're going to do our next episode on. We're gonna watch Extraction and do a little review for it. So be on the lookout for that. It does look super interesting. I'm super excited for this movie.
Oh yes, definitely. Actually, it was the first thing that Netflix recommended for me today, because that's what I was using to watch some Lethal Weapon with. So,
oh yeah,
it was very hard not to watch the snippets from Netflix on that. I was like, oh nope, gotta go away. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this right.
I think what they have as their trailer is the trailer that's on YouTube anyway. So it's nothing spoiled for you that you didn't already see in the trailer.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
but I didn't take that chance.
So anyway, yeah, we're gonna watch it for the next episode, and that's it for this topic.
That's it. You didn't explain who was in it and who directed it. You didn't do any.
Oh yeah,
of that.
That's right. The reason we're watching it is because it has Chris Hemsworth, aka Thor, in it.
Yes.
And it's produced by, I don't have the article up anymore. Who's producing it? It's the Russo brothers. I can't remember their first names.
So Joe and Anthony Russo, which gave us the glory that is Avengers Infinity War and
and
Endgame.
Endgame.
So you darn tootin' we were going to watch it.
Oh yes, you best believe we was gonna watch this. Anyway, yeah, that's it for Extraction. So you wanna introduce us to your first article here?
Alrighty, on to some positive news. We've got a interesting article that I found about a man who had a accident back in 2010, who severely damaged his spinal cord. His name was Ian Burkett. He is now 28 years old, and unfortunately, the accident left him paralyzed and confined to a wheelchair with very limited movement in his elbow and shoulders. Well, there's this new thing that they came out. It's an implanted brain computer interface developed by Batali that has given him significant progress in restoring small movements. He's actually able to play Guitar Hero again. And they also was able to give him restored senses so he can get his sense of touch back, which I think is totally amazing. And this is the technology that we need for those who have been paralyzed in accidents or some type of trauma. I'd be really curious to see if this can work for those who have other diseases that can lead to this type of situation too, whether it be natural diseases or like something from childbirth or something caught on later on in life. Like, I think polio could do this type of stuff. Not that that's around anymore, but I'm sure there's other things out there that can do this still. So I think it's wonderful and cool. And go technology. We need more of it to do things like this instead of
Absolutely
kill each other with. So I like it.
I like it too. It's very nice. Speaking of technology doing cool things, so the next article that I brought is actually about how to watch this next thing, but I brought it up more because I thought this thing was fascinating, not because I'm necessarily down to watch it. So obviously, due to the coronavirus, there's not any sporting events going on, but NASCAR has found a way around this by inviting all of their drivers, or maybe financing all their drivers. I don't know how they got a hold of all these simulators, but they're all racing like they would normally do, except they're all doing it in a simulator now. So they've all got their own personal simulators. You know, you've got all the car cockpit views and everything that you would normally see in a NASCAR race, except everybody's just sitting in their house. You know, you don't have to sit in the hot sun in a car with no air conditioning. This is like the best of both worlds, honestly.
It really is. It can get hot inside those cockpits
no kidding.
of those cars.
I found it crazy when I first heard that they had no air conditioning in those cars, because some of the places that they race, like in Daytona Beach and whatnot, good God,
yeah.
I could not imagine no AC in Florida, especially during the time that NASCAR season in, which is like right now. Granted,
hot,
it's
muggy. Ugh.
It's spring. It's spring everywhere else, but Florida doesn't have spring.
No,
we have less hot summer, and even right now, it's still about as hot as it's gonna get. Disgusting and humid. So anyway, yeah, it's really cool to. I found it super fascinating that this is the solution to the problem that they've kind of found themselves in.
Yeah.
So I assume they're probably just going to play out the entire season like this, because, I mean, what else are they going to do?
Yeah, exactly.
There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that everything's going to open up in time for all the big races to go on, like the Daytona 500 and whatnot. So I would have to assume that this is a way to do it. And they've actually brought on some currently retired racers like Dale Earnhardt Jr. and a couple other people that aren't mentioned in this, but it's cool. It's actually super cool.
Yeah, I like it. All right, so moving on to what has to be I don't know. It might not be the most talked about company that we talk about because there's a lot of Intel and AMD and a little bit of Nvidia that gets thrown in here, but AT&T always.
I don't think we've said it. I don't think we've said anything good about AT&T ever.
It's the most negative one we've talked about. That's for sure.
That was our first episode. Was when they had that gigantic mess up with your phone.
Oh God,
that was a night. Oh my God,
I will never forget that.
If you guys haven't listened to that episode already, it is a wild ride. Let me tell you, it's completely different from what we did in this podcast after that. But if you haven't listened to any of our early episodes, I would very much recommend listening to episode 1 if you want to hear the story behind this, because it is whew, it is a story. Hilarious. Let me tell you. Anyway,
anyways, they are I can't say that. So, they're not firing because that's not what it says. Their CEO is retiring, and they're going to fire everybody else. There's a new CEO taking over. Their current CEO is Randall Stevenson. He's been with the program since it was way back in the early 80s, 1982, with Southwestern Bell Telephone. Back when AT&T got broke up into the baby bells of the day. He will be gone as of July 31st, and the new one is going to be Mr. John Stankey.
Keep going.
Mr. Stankey will lead the telco through a multi-year cost-cutting program, which they announced that they are going to do about 3 years worth of cost cuts and layoffs. Hence,
Mr. Stankey is cutting out the stank.
Oh goodness, can't handle it. He's been with the company since 1985, so only 3 years less than Stevenson, and has been president and COO since October of 2019. So hopefully Mr. Stankey does a little bit better job than Stevenson did. Stevenson led AT&T through a series of mergers, including their DirecTV merger, which arguably at this point in time looks like a disaster considering how many subscribers they've lost. Between the two of them, they lost over 4 million customers in the last year.
Oy vey.
Yeah. And then they also got the Time Warner acquisition, which is also reported a 12.2% year-over-year revenue decline. So, now you know why they're going to cut all those jobs. Apparently somebody blew through all the stocks and money, so hopefully that doesn't mean their technical support goes down the toilet as it is, because it's already been bad enough.
So you could say that their prospects are stanky.
And you could say that there'll probably be another episode of total AT&T bashing in our future.
Mm-hmm. The AT&T debacle part 2.
Who are they going to screw up this time?
Well, you're the only one with AT&T, so probably you again.
Yeah, don't remember me. I have no choice in the matter. Alrighty.
This is true.
I think that's it for them.
Okay.
Until the next time.
So from Stinky to, or Stanky, I should say, to Stinky, we've got good old Donnie Trump in the news. Listen, I think Donald Trump is an idiot. I'm not going to beat around the bush on that. And this just proves it, because man, has he said some stuff, or did he say some stuff? So in his daily coronavirus update task force, whatever, yeah, whatever it is, on the 24th, which I believe was Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. He said some stuff. He said he had a very, very interesting quote that I'm gonna read.
Why don't you read us
Just
this quote?
I am gonna read it. Listen, I could say what he said, but you're not gonna believe it unless you hear exactly what he said. So I'm gonna read the quote exactly as Donald Trump would have said it. So, supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light, and I think you said that hasn't been checked, but you're going to test it. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the scanner or in some way, and I think you said you're going to test that too. It sounds interesting. Then I see the disinfectant, where it knocks it out in a minute. 1 minute. And there is a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning, because you can see it gets in the lungs, and it does a tremendous number on the lungs. So it would be interesting to check that out, so that you're going to have to use medical doctors. But it sounds interesting to me. This man straight up said that people should go inject disinfectant. This man wants you to put Lysol into your veins.
It was right after we recorded the first episode, and I didn't think I'd see the memes this fast for it, but I did.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody had put a bottle, it looked like a bottle of Advil, but they had changed it to a Clorox label. And it said, Trump-approved chewables. Probably won't kill you.
Probably, but probably will.
And I was like, oh my goodness. Oh, the wheels have fallen off his press train so many times. There's got to be somebody who has just the dedicated job of throwing him behind stage, locked up in a set of bars or something so he can't get out, and just have him say his damn speech through a walkie-talkie or something, and then the person who's given the actual press conference can just filter what he says. Because you've got a much lower opinion of the guy than David, I do. But this is the reason why I can't blame you, because he says the dumbest things on earth, and I just don't understand. I really don't.
The thing is, David, we are dealing with the President of the United States, and I respect that he is the President of the United States. He is an idiot, but he is the President. So there's no way he's going to be put backstage. I mean, his ego is just way too gigantic for that, for one. He is not going to be put backstage when he could be on stage saying stupid stuff about Lysol and bleach.
The country can't handle any more of that.
I know. It can't. It really can't. But you know he's not going to stop. He doesn't care. He really doesn't.
Reading this article would give somebody an aneurysm. It was your voice that kept me from having a coma last time you read this. Because I was like, brain does not compute. What language is this? I know.
Listen,
this can't be the real article.
I still don't have 100% comprehension on what he said. I literally just had to read the words and hope that I was saying it right. Because, good Lord, does it not make any sense?
And then we're talking about UV light or some other very powerful light. Just sit in a tanning bed and cook yourself for 6 hours. You'll kill that virus, no problem. You might kill yourself in the process too. But hey,
that's called KFC Extra Crispy. That's called KFC Extra Crispy,
God.
David. Come on.
Is this how we get from
Delicious.
The original recipe to the Extra Crispy?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Just 6
hours
stick
it in a tanning bed. Mm-hmm. Delicious. Okay. I think I'm done talking about President Cheeto now.
Let's move forward, shall we? Well, actually, we're not moving forward too much because this is President Cheeto's FCC we're talking about, but they did something good, I think,
For once.
for
For
once.
once.
Um,
Get away with net neutrality, but,
that's a whole nother discussion for another podcast. So let's not go down there. This is supposed to be a positive article, so they have opened up the 6 gigahertz band for public release, publicly licensed to go out with Intel and Broadcom. The two that are working on it right now to give us a larger. It's actually going to quadruple the amount of bandwidth that we have for our Wi-Fi. So this will allow the Wi-Fi 6E standard to move forward. So hopefully it'll be a little bit faster just because it's 6 gigahertz instead of 5. But I think the bigger deal on this is just the fact that it's quadrupling the space. Those who early adopt it are definitely going to be able to have a much more stable and reliable Wi-Fi connection just because there's going to be a whole lot less radio waves competing for your device, and your device is going to have a whole lot easier time connecting and searching for whatever particular Wi-Fi network you want, and your data isn't going to get lost in the walls, literally. So hopefully this all works out pretty well, and we can get some faster Wi-Fi. I've actually noticed, and I don't know what it is, because the problem went away when I picked up. Actually, I didn't pick it up. You gave me that other router. But I'm having the same problem that I had, where particularly the Fire Stick keeps dropping out the network. And it doesn't want to reconnect unless I reset the box and I reset the Fire Stick itself. So I don't know if there's a lot more 5 gigahertz roaming around here or what, but I'm starting to see the same problem I had before. So I'm hoping this opens it up and we don't get too crowded too fast. Because when we switched to 5, it was so much faster for the longest time, like a good 3-4 years. And I'm sure you noticed the same thing. Being where you lived, being able to get on 5 was a godsend compared to the crowded 2.4. But I think 5 is getting overcrowded now too. So hopefully,
well, I mean, you can
that.
get some consumer Wi-Fi routers with 5, no problem now.
Exactly, they've been out long enough that almost everybody has it. So
whether or not people know how to set it up is a different story, but
this is true, very true. So yay, woohoo, more Wi-Fi for all.
Wi-Fi 6, woo. Okay, so now we've got another sort of tech-related thing. So there's a report that Apple will begin selling Macs with its own processors in 2021. Up until now, Apple has exclusively used Intel processors as far as the modern iMacs and stuff go. If this report is to be believed, the new 12-core chips for Mac are supposed to be based on the 2020 iPhone's A14 chip. So this is like a system on a chip, an SoC with 12 cores, and I assume a GPU in there too, and some sort of neural engine is what it says on this little on this diagram of what that the article has. It remains to be seen, obviously, whether this is going to make a huge difference. I'm honestly not surprised that Apple is moving away from using a third-party CPU, because they haven't used, since the beginning, they haven't used third-party anything in the iPhones and the iPads and stuff. So it was only a matter of time before they decided to do the same thing on the Mac.
And I have a feeling a lot of that was probably just getting mobile chips fast enough that they actually could pull this off. But even see, here's the thing: I don't know if they've gotten a really really down-packed way around it, and they just haven't said anything because they didn't want to let the cat out of the bag too soon. But even if this is, let's say it's on par with current Intel and, for that matter, AMD IPCs per clock, and that it's not going to have a huge performance deficit because we're talking about a mobile chip. What are they going to do about the software that is on Mac OS? Because I see the benefit in the future where they can own the software, and now they know the hardware like the back of their hand because it is the back of their hand. But what about this current software that's on there now? That's x86 based programming. And any sort of emulation is going to have a huge performance penalty with that. Are these chips faster than what they can get from Intel right now or AMD? And
well, it
it's
just
just going
depends
to work,
on,
or are they just going to abandon most of that and
it
come
just
up
depends.
with? Go ahead.
I don't know. It just depends on whether they're developing this with x86 in mind or not, because they have been making it very, very easy to port iPhone apps to Mac now. So I can only assume there's some sort of underlying emulation going on there. It could be just, an iPhone chip that happens to run x86 code underneath it too. So
Well,
who knows?
I don't think they can do that because that's trademarked at this point. Intel had to license it to AMD way back in the day, but it's not, as far as I'm aware, and I could be wrong. I don't think that's open source code. I think only Intel and AMD have access to that type of instruction set.
Well, I don't know.
Which is where they would have to run emulation. Because if they can do it natively, then there isn't a problem. If the chips are fast enough to do it natively, then there isn't going to be a problem. But I think they'd have to emulate it. Why else would they have to? Why else emulate Apple stuff onto Macs? Why not just write it for that code? Rewrite the code. I know it's probably easier not to, but write it for that code. But if it's locked and they can't do that, is that the reason why they've been emulating iOS and iPadOS apps for Mac in emulation? I don't know. See, that's the thing. But I thought,
it's hard to say.
Only Intel and AMD had x86 licensing.
I mean, who's to say that Apple doesn't license it from them? I mean, I'm
No,
sure that
maybe.
I'm sure that the cost of licensing x86 is going to be less than buying thousands upon thousands of chips from Intel or AMD for that matter.
Probably. I mean, I'm not surprised. Like you said, they haven't had third party on iPad and iPhone this whole time. It was only a matter of time before they did this. I'm just wondering if they have a solid workaround, or do they even care?
I mean, it could. It's Apple. It could be that.
Are they just going to say, "We don't care. This is the new thing, and you're going to like it"?
They could very well do that.
That would be something Apple would do, wouldn't it?
Either that, or they're gonna. If they do that, they're gonna have to come with some really, really easy way to port old Mac apps to these new Macs. Either that, or they better have some darn good x86 emulation, or they could just license x86 from Intel/AMD, whoever's the current rights holder for it. So, I'm thinking in the long run, a lifetime license for x86 for Apple is going to be more cost effective than continuing to buy these CPUs from Intel.
Buy them from AMD.
Or
There's a reason they're doing
AMD
this.
too.
There has to be a reason.
I'm
So if you're just tired of
100%.
Intel, then just buy AMD. They're competitive. You buy their GPUs from them because you won't
Yeah,
trust Nvidia ever again, apparently, because they can't bury that hatchet either. So I don't
I don't know.
understand.
I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, we don't have contacts at Apple or anything, so I don't know. I'm of the opinion that that it's that they think it's probably going to be more cost effective for them to just develop their own chips. And I mean, maybe it's not about cost effectiveness. Maybe it's more about like security because they've got the hardware on the iPhone locked down. You know, there have been jailbreaks for it, uh, but that's on the software side of things. You know, if you own all of the hardware, you can make changes to the hardware that makes it more secure
Yeah.
as far as that goes. You know.
I don't know. There's an underlying issue to this, and I'm curious to see what it is. This is one of those things. And now that I mentioned AMD, I wonder if this is less to do about the CPU and more to do with the GPU.
It could be.
Are
Who
they
knows?
wanting more performance and they just can't get it from AMD because AMD hasn't been high end competitive lately, and they don't dare trust Nvidia?
Yeah.
Or is it a
I
combination?
don't know. I mean, this is all just a rumor anyway, so
exactly.
it could just be a bunch
total
of
garbage too.
yeah. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm interested to see how this pans out. If it does pan out, you know, it's just whatever, you know.
Whatever it is, it won't be me buying it. So
Exactly. All right. So our last topic here. What you got?
Happy birthday, Hubble. It's 30 years old. Can you believe that?
No, I can't actually.
April 24th, 30 years ago, is when it was launched into orbit. So this is just amazing. How many things they've been able to do with this. It's amazing that it works at all, considering they sent it up with the botched mirrors and everything, making it the world's most expensive mistake. And they fixed it with a pair of freaking glasses. It's just amazing how badly they did that, and the fact that they were able to fix that and all that. I wonder. I don't know if anybody's ever said. I wonder if it'd be better if they hadn't messed up the mirrors to begin with. Like, is there a little bit of definition that could have been available to them had they not botched this, or did they fix it to the point where it works perfectly and you never know?
I don't know. We'll probably never know because there's no getting this thing back.
No, well, I wonder if they could do that if they wanted to. I mean, it's going to stay up there indefinitely, I think, even if it dies. I mean, the poor thing's running on like the last 2 gyro sensors it has, and I'm surprised it hasn't shut down at this point. They can't go up there and fix the poor thing anymore because wonderful previous administration decided that we're not going to go and do something in space anymore. Cut all the funding to NASA.
Is it even? It's not even in the solar system anymore, is it?
No, Hubble's in low Earth orbit. It's like 300 miles.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Hubble's like right around us.
Oh.
It's not even as far as the moon.
I'm thinking about like the Jupiter probes and whatnot.
Yeah,
okay.
No, Hubble's fine. It's right there above us. It's just dying on life support because the poor thing can't get serviced anymore because we don't have the space shuttle.
Yeah.
The replacement is supposed to go out next year. The James Webb Space Telescope. That's actually going to orbit Earth, but it's going to do it on the other side of the moon. So it's going to be on the opposite side of the moon, taking pictures from up there. And so it's actually going to have a better picture because it will not be close enough. I think Hubble is slightly affected by our atmosphere a little bit. I'm not positive on that, but this being further out is actually going to have better visibility as well. So that'd be cool. I'm excited to see what comes back from it because the stuff that Hubble has given us is just amazing.
Yeah, these pictures that they've got in this article it's ridiculous. Like, for real. Some of these things we I mean, all of these things we would have never seen if we sent it up there, but if we wouldn't have sent it up there. But some of these things are just insane.
Yeah. So anybody interested in that, go look at some of these photos. It's amazing. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So happy birthday, Hubble. Hopefully it lasts until James Webb can get up there. If it's got a few more years left in it, that's just a testament to the technology, because it hasn't been touched in, I don't know, almost a decade at this point, I think. I can't remember the last time they were able to service it, but it's amazing. NASA needs more funding. That's for sure.
Yes, it does. It does. Okay,
next.
So on to our discussion topics. As discussed, or as said before, the discussion topic that I brought was kind of revolving around the NASCAR simulation thing. I wanted to discuss and see if we could figure out, what sports would work in a simulated environment. So what do you think could work?
So, as we already discussed, because I made an oopsie, football is a definite no. Bowling
I think
would
any
definitely
sport
work, but I don't see the reason to do that, because you could easily practice social distancing with bowling as it is.
Yeah.
So
any sport where you've got to run around on a field, I don't think would work very well in a simulator.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like baseball, no.
No.
Golf is a definite
unless you weren't
yes.
just doing the like batting practice or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, golf is definitely that's super easy.
Yeah, they already do it. It's not as good, but they already do it. Again, I don't know if it'd be necessary, because you could easily social distance with that as well. But see, I don't understand. They canceled PGA too, so I don't understand why you couldn't have done that. But whatever. Golf is an easy one you could have done. Any racing
those
thing,
golfers really need that audience in the background, I guess.
who knows? I don't know. What about tennis? Do you think you could do this with like tennis or badminton?
If it was like a VR thing and you had like multiple rooms set up for it, and you had some decent, if you had ample space, I think that would work. Because even at the most, you're gonna have what, like 2 people on each side, so that's four rooms worth of virtual reality.
Yeah,
I think that would be doable. Anything bigger than that, though, is gonna be tough.
it's gonna be hard.
Mm-hmm.
There's a really good one that we thought of, and now I can't think of it. It escapes my mind.
I thought that was well, was it boxing?
Boxing could work if the only problem with boxing is stamina. How do you
They would have to do some sort of simulated stamina.
Exactly.
Like if you get hit multiple times in a spot, your arm would start not working as well.
Yeah, exactly.
It would definitely have to be a simulated sort of thing, because most of the fatigue from boxing is from getting hit, not from actually moving around necessarily.
Yeah.
So
that's a lot of pain. So
yeah,
you'd have to do something with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't.
I didn't think of any of this. Tabletop things like pool.
Yeah, pool would work. Pool would definitely work.
You could easily simulate that.
Table tennis would also work. I mean, I don't really know why you'd want to virtualize foosball, but you could do that too.
If you wanted to. I wonder. We said that sports where there's a lot of running around a field might not work. I wonder if you could do soccer though.
I don't see how that would work, honestly. Like if you were doing just shot practice and you had a goalie and one guy shooting, sure, but I don't know. I don't think a full-on soccer game would work. Same thing with basketball. You'd have to play like horse or something where nobody would be moving around a lot.
Yeah.
Just because I don't think it would work very well, or it'd be hard to coordinate. So, I don't know.
It'll be interesting to see what other things they come up with. I mean, there's other things that they could do a lot of virtualization with too.
Yeah.
That aren't.
If you guys think of anything that you think might work in a sort of simulated environment, hit us up on Twitter and we'll discuss about it. Okay. What was your discussion topic? What did you bring?
Alrighty. So, speaking of Hubble and NASA needing more funding, I wanted to know if we should continue. What was your thoughts of continuing space exploration? Maybe the technological benefits that could maybe be dual-purposed to help us not only in space with space travel and maybe terraforming other planets like Mars, but also, it could help us here on Earth too, with our atmosphere and pollution and things like that. Have we done enough? Should we do more? Should we not stop going to the moon, or should we have gone to Mars?
I don't think we should have stopped with the space shuttle at all. I mean, we haven't gone to the moon in forever. I think we should definitely do that. I know Elon Musk has the goal of going to Mars, which I fully support as well. As for the atmosphere thing, I mean, clearly whatever we do to create atmosphere on Mars, we could probably retrofit to clean the atmosphere here on Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think we should have. I don't understand why we stopped going to the moon. Like, did anybody ever give a reason for that, or
cost?
Do you know why?
Cost and lack of public support due to cost more than anything else. I mean,
what kind of stupidity? Who didn't want to go to the moon? What kind of idiot didn't want to go to? I'll punch him out. That's stupid. I want to go to the moon. I mean, I will never go to the moon, but I would certainly like somebody in my lifetime to go to the moon. That would be cool.
That's just it. All this stuff that we did. You can't tell me it can't be done now because we did it 40 years ago.
There's absolutely no way it couldn't be done now. And there's absolutely no way that it couldn't be done now cheaper. Because as technology advances, we've already gone to the moon. There's no way that if we did the same thing now, it would not be cheaper. Unless somebody's doing something super wrong. But, I mean, we successfully did it in the 60s with a computer that ran on less memory than the TI-84 calculator you use in math class.
No, that's scary too. That's
clearly
what's really scary. The fact that we did things like that with just nothing. They did it with nothing. And
we could do it.
So
we could do it. We could do it now, cheaper and safer as well. So I don't understand. I don't understand this the reasoning that it's too expensive. Maybe back in the 80s or whatever, we were still getting the grips of things, and maybe it wasn't as cost effective to do it. But there's no reason not to start it back up now, besides people not wanting NASA around for some reason. So, I don't know. That's where I'm at.
I guess there's just that stigma that was around that, if a nation can afford, 11 super nuclear carriers roaming the nation's oceans. Well, not the nation's oceans. The world's oceans. The nation's oceans, too. I mean, they're on the coast as well. That we shouldn't have, poor or homeless people or things like that. And it's okay, but we can still go to the moon. I mean, you can fix that and still be able to go to the moon, too. So
yeah, let's be real. If we decreased our military spending to that of some of the other countries around us, we would have so much more money for everything else. For feeding all the homeless and going to the moon.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
You could do it. That's just stupid. That's throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Oh, well, we're not doing this right, so we should stop doing that. Well, you stopped doing that, but now you're still not doing what you said you... It's stupid. You didn't change it.
Exactly. We took the money away from NASA only to put it back into
something
our
else.
Military spending.
Exactly.
More than likely. I don't know. I've never been a huge fan of how much money we spend on the military. Personally, I think it's ridiculous. Like we're basically operating on a persecution fear now. Like nobody's coming after us. We're just going after other people.
We outspend like the next top 10 countries. And
oh, no joke. I know.
I think 7 or 8 of them are our allies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like we have allies for a reason. We don't need to be the rescuer of everybody. We are part of how many nations are in the United Nations now?
I don't know. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a good majority of the world, we'll say.
We need to go back to the attitude we had back in the before World War II. We had the attitude in World War II that we was not going to get involved, and we didn't get involved. We was going to let them in Europe have it out themselves. The only reason we got involved is because some little nation decided they wanted to wake up a giant beast. And they paid dearly for that. And even their top... Oh, yeah. I forget who it was, but it was one of their top commanders said, this is a bad idea. We should not be doing this. And they got their butts kicked because of it. But we were just going to stay out of it. We need to go back to that attitude. We've got Canada to the north and Mexico to the south. Canada sure as hell ain't going to do anything. And Mexico knows not to. Mm-hmm. The only thing we need to keep ourselves safe from is things that can be sent through the air to kill us all. That's about it.
Listen, as long as we've got some sort of anti-missile defense, I think we're just fine.
Spend all the money on that and keep us safe.
We've got a ton of allies. We're part of the United Nations, for God's sake.
Exactly.
Like there's no war going on right now that we need to be spending trillions of dollars. Like, it is absolutely ridiculous.
Nope. You need to keep enough to keep us safe. And that is it. You keep us safe, and that is all we need to do. We do not need to go around every other country in the world and do things for sake of national security. You keep America
U.S.
safe.
oil interests.
And which it's stupid now because we've got plenty of oil here. And if somebody would just allow the big oil companies to go on a pacifier for a few years and develop some cleaner technology, they'll survive, damn it. They won't go broke tomorrow because somebody figured out how to get hydrogen fusion to work correctly and made it ultra cheap to do so I can drive back and forth to work on a tank of hydrogen and literally pollute H2O into the atmosphere, which the last time I checked was a damn good thing.
Yeah, no kidding.
It takes so long for people to adapt to that technology that the oil companies would have cars.
Putting water into the air, how terrible would that be?
Oh, Lord, I'm such a murderer.
murdering all those poor birds and stuff up there, David. Breathing all that water into their lungs. You're killing them.
What a monster.
Anyway, all that to say, yes, I think we should go to the moon and Mars.
Yes, I agree. All right,
that went way off the rails.
None of that was in the original edit, guys.
No, it was not.
That was a totally different conversation than what we had the last time. Which is good. Okay. We can think on our feet.
Exactly. So, last segment we've got is some trailers that we've got. I think we've got like 6 that we're going to watch this time. Basic gist with this segment is we're going to watch the trailer. We're going to let you know whether we're going to see the movie. and if we are going to see the movie, if we would see it in theaters or if we're just going to wait for like an Amazon rental or whatever. We're basing this solely off of the trailers, so we haven't looked up any other information on these movies. So if the trailer is impressive, probably we'll go see it. If it's not, then, whatever.
And if it's a movie that wouldn't go to theaters anyways, the critique still applies. Would we go pay the money to watch this in a theater, or would we just wait? So it's still valid.
Exactly. Okay, so the first trailer we've got is for Proximity.
What? You feel that?
What's your name?
Isaac. Cyprus.
So, Isaac, can you tell us what happened that afternoon?
A meteorite with smoke trailing behind it appeared over the skies of Los Angeles yesterday.
Isaac, where you been? You got a minute? I want to show you something.
You're saying this is real? Are you okay?
You believe me, right?
Where have you been for the last few days?
Yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday, day before.
I'm not making this up. This really happened to me.
Okay.
You've been gone from work all week.
Did you have an encounter with an extraterrestrial being?
I wonder if you draw like any same of the conclusions that I did. Does any of us feel like we turn to race mountain? Good God. Yeah. We turn to which mountain or race to which mountain, or I forget which one the first one was called, but they made a couple of those movies. Does any of that feel like this to you?
Maybe.
It didn't the first time
I honestly haven't seen that in a long time, so I'm not sure. The movie that it reminds me of most, and I know you haven't seen it, is Chronicle. It kind of feels like it follows the same sort of, maybe not quite with the military aspect, but with the aliens giving people powers sort of thing. It kind of follows that that sort of plot line for me. I don't know. It still seems interesting though.
Yeah. Would you see it in theaters?
I think I said I would the first time that we saw this. I'm probably going to wait for a rental, seeing it again.
I would go see this in the theaters.
Would you?
Yeah, this would be a movie that I'd want us to go see.
Yeah, this is, yeah. I if it was just me, I would say no, but if it was with you or with like other people, yeah, this would be cool to see in the movies.
Yeah. No, this is classic us.
Yeah.
I'm going to go watch something. I definitely would watch it, even so. Eliminating going to the theater, definitely would go see this. As soon as this is out, I will probably want to watch it, depending on what platform it releases on. I mean, it's probably not going to be a cheaper platform for a while. So I imagine Amazon will have this pretty early on, or at least I hope so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I definitely want to see it. So hopefully they get it quick.
It says it releases on VOD on May 15th, so we don't have to wait that long.
Oh, goody. Awesome.
Okay, so the next movie we've got is The Flood.
What are you carrying?
Sugar, mate.
Open her up, please. Nice! Get down on your knees! Down on your knees now! Not done!
They want him fast-tracked. I thought you'd be snowed under this week with the extra cases from Kent.
I think I'm more than capable. You've claimed asylum in the United Kingdom. Can you briefly explain why you cannot return to your home country?
Treason. I broke an order.
What's the punishment for treason?
They will kill me.
I'm still completely confused as to why this movie has the title The Flood.
Yeah, I don't understand that either, honestly. It does seem like an interesting movie.
Yes, it does.
But I don't see the significance of the title whatsoever.
I don't
considering
either.
The subject matter it's trying to cover.
And it gives it the sound that I wouldn't want to watch this movie. Like that title does not interest me at all. And I wouldn't even think to look at a trailer based on that. And it just does not give it credit for what it looks like. Because it looks like a really, really good film. And I like it a lot based on the trailer. I just take serious issue with the name of it.
Okay, so would you see it in theaters?
No.
No?
No.
But I think I'm with you on that. I think this is a rental for me, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, so the next movie we've got is Blood and Money.
So how long are you up here this time?
I think another week.
I'll keep my fingers crossed for you.
My daughter's gone. My son and I haven't talked with each other in a year.
Jimmy, be careful if you go in that way. There's no way to track you.
I just want to get out there, bag my buck this season.
Where's the money? There's tracks everywhere.
A manhunt continues for 5 suspects in a violent armed robbery. The 5 are considered armed and extremely dangerous.
Nobody's gonna pin you down, that's for sure.
Damn straight.
I absolutely love the way this movie looks. And it just reminds me...
It looks so cool.
Yes, it does. And it reminds me so much of Liam Neeson movies at this point. All the Taken ones, Cold Pursuit, which I just love that movie. I didn't give it enough credit the first time we watched it because we were half watching it, but
yeah,
I love this. I would definitely go see it. I don't think I said this the first time. I think I said this was a rightful rental, but I also wasn't really paying attention to the trailer too much because I was looking for another one for the replacement I had to do last time. And rewatching it, yes, I would go see this in the movies for sure.
This definitely reminds me of, like I said last time, it reminds me of they're trying to set him up for like a heavyweight action career.
Yeah. What has he been in before?
I was looking that up while the trailer was playing this time. Apparently he's been in a ton of action movies before this. He's in a long-running franchise called Sniper.
Okay.
Which has had, I think, maybe 1 theatrical release, and then the other, 6 sequels are all straight to video.
Okay.
But he's been in a ton of action movies, like the Sniper series. He's got a few westerns under his belt.
Okay. So
he's definitely been in the action scene, but this one seems to me to be more like an all hands on deck push for him to be back into the mainstream.
Yeah.
So I think this looks super good. I would totally see this in the theaters.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, so our next trailer is Coffee and Kareem.
Kareem needs to go by a friend's house after school, and he asked that you pick him up.
When my mom dated just one guy, and we became BFFs.
You were BFFs with a grown-ass man? There's literally documentaries on Netflix about why that's so sick and fucked up.
I think that's a different...
You expect us to be BF? Fuck out of my face, man.
Good talk.
Welcome back to my channel. Remember when I told you about that white cop who was humping my mom? Well, now you see what happens when you fuck with me. Pig stuck his dick in the wrong blanket.
They said that you've been talking about the deal. Oh, shit. Hey, who's back there?
Kareem, run! Go! Get it! Back up. up, yo. Your dick is rubbing against my ass.
Well, then turn towards me.
I don't want to rub dicks either.
Is everything okay?
This all started when your son tried to have me killed because he saw us having sex this morning.
Now the most dangerous drug dealers in Detroit are trying to kill us.
Oh, why did I date a white guy? My friend Sharon was right. All of you are fucked up.
I'm so afraid that this looks like they pulled every single joke to put it in the trailer. But I love it. I love it. I smiled during the entire thing. I would totally see this in the theaters if it was going to be in the theaters. But it's on Netflix, so yes.
See, I am 100% of the opinion that's what this trailer is. that they just pulled all of the best jokes and put them in the trailer. Yeah. I don't know. I don't I don't know. I probably won't see this movie, to be honest. I think I'm going to skip this one.
This is going to be one of those movies where I will fall on the sword for the both of us and watch the first 10 or 15 minutes of it. And you'll know if you're going to watch it or not, because I will tell you if you need to watch it. I'll fall on the sword for you.
We'll see about that. We'll see about that, my friend.
You might be right, and it might be total garbage, and it wouldn't surprise me. But I'm sorry, the trailer's just too damn good not to give it a try. So I'll let you know.
If you say so. Okay.
But if I tell you to watch this, you're watching it then.
Yeah, I don't know about that, my friend. I don't know.
Oh, we're going to. Even if we have to do it in June, we're doing it.
Uh-huh. Okay, so our next trailer is for Love, Wedding, Repeat.
Sister's getting married.
Hi. Oh, wow, you look gorgeous.
Hello, how are you? I didn't know you had a new boyfriend. I'm so glad you've moved on from that last guy. What was his name, Chaz?
No, I'm Chaz.
Oh, my God. Have you gone out with 2 Chazes in a row?
You remember Dina, my American friend that you met in Rome?
Yeah.
She's here.
What?
Jack.
Hey, I used to ask about you all the time.
I used to ask about you too. Oh, God. Got a bit of a problem. Mark Fisher.
He's saying that he's in love with me and he's threatening to go full-on psycho and ruin my wedding. This is the sleep medicine that I've been taking. It would knock him out for hours. Just put a couple of drops of that in his champagne glass.
There has to be another way.
There is no other way.
There is.
There is.
There has to be.
Please, there is.
There has to be.
Haley! Hey! Your sister is an angel, isn't she?
Yeah.
It's movies like this that I question why I have Netflix still.
This has got to be the worst trailer I think we've ever watched on this podcast.
Did you understand any of it?
No, not whatsoever.
I'm lost.
I understood. Let me take that back. I understood the first 2 scenes where she was introduced, or where that girl was introducing her boyfriend or whatever. That scene was funny.
Yep.
Right after that, where he was like, "Oh, but remember that girl that I met in Rome? That American girl? Well, she's here."
Yep.
And then after that, I lost the entire thing.
Yep.
I had no idea what was going on.
Too many things, too quick, didn't fall off on anything. And it's like,
see,
what train wreck is this?
They could have improved this trailer so much if they would have just used some more title cards explaining things, like for real. All we got was the wedding and a couple other title cards that did not need to be there.
I'm so lost.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this one a miss, I think.
Yeah, this is a hard pass. We need a big buzzer that just when it goes and then we have a toilet flush sound.
Yeah, for real. Oof.
Oh my gosh, that was so bad. Funny, but bad.
So the last movie we've got is Valley Girl.
Hey, come on, just tell me what happened tonight.
Zach and I broke up.
Oh my God, sweetie,
No, don't do any of that. You just have no idea what I'm going through.
You'd be surprised. I'll tell you a story.
See the people walking down the street. They don't know where they want to go, but they're walking in time.
Stop. You were singing and dancing on a fountain.
That's
how I remember it.
Want to get out of here?
Where would you want to go?
Anywhere.
What would you want to do?
Anything.
I got a special guest here this evening.
There's this fashion college.
Where is it?
New York City.
You're not moving across the country with the guy we've never met.
You have this shiny, bright, perfect life.
I don't know how to fit into this.
Don't know about that.
Yeah, it seems, I don't know. Seems very, I've seen it before.
Yeah, exactly. It's. I don't know
I think
this is going to be memorable in any way. It seems like it's been overdone.
Well, I think there's a reason why. If you look in the recommended videos right next to the video, there's a recommendation for the trailer for the original Valley Girl in 1983.
Okay.
I've never seen the original Valley Girl, but regardless, this just seems like been there, done that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
This
seems like a very by the numbers movie.
Yes, exactly. And this seems... Don't take me wrong, this is something that I see Nicole wanting to watch, so... Somehow seeing you watch it just because she wants to watch. This seems something she would want to watch. Could be wrong.
Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say.
But...
No. One thing I did notice was, you know who Logan Paul is, right?
Yeah, who doesn't?
Yeah, he's in this movie, apparently. I saw him in the trailer.
Okay, now... Which one of them was the idiot that did the stupid Suicide Forest crap?
That's Logan Paul, yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So this is the one that has questionable judgment at best, sometimes.
Yes, exactly.
And could probably learn to grow up. Well, maybe he has by now, but... What's the other one's name?
Jake.
Jake
is the other one.
Goodness. Well... I don't know. That doesn't heighten my opinion of the trailer any. So
yeah, they're both idiots in my opinion.
Hard pass. I wouldn't.
Yeah, same for me. Hard pass. 100%. I don't think we've ever had a trailer section where we've had like half the movies that we wouldn't see. At least I haven't. You said you would see Coffee and Kareem. I've exactly half for me were missing.
I only want to see it because I want to see if it's going to live up to the prospect that we gave it, to where all the jokes are in the trailer. It doesn't mean I'm going to finish it. If it's bad, I'll let you know. And
hey, more power to you. I'm just letting you know. No matter what you say, I'm not watching it.
Oh, you will. If it's any good. If it's any good.
Yeah, okay.
And
whatever.
if it's not, you can give me a big fat I told you so.
All right. Well, that is where we're going to leave this episode, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Be sure to give it the show a rating on whatever podcasting platform you're listening to, and tweet it at us. And we'll talk about it on the next show. That being said, thank you for listening, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks for listening to this episode of Podcast Period. This episode was hosted and produced by Ben, co-hosted and edited by David. You can contact Ben on Twitter at BenPlaysVidjas. That's Ben Plays VIDYAS. And you can contact David on Twitter at Car6by16. If you'd like to chat with us about any of the topics on the show, you can hit up the show at Podcast Period on Twitter, or shoot us an email at podcastperiodpodcast@gmail.com. We also have a new website that has launched, featuring new articles written by us, as well as links to all the episodes. Please visit that at podcastperiod.com. Want to do more for the show, but aren't sure how? We have a Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, you can get early access to episodes and so much more, and support the show while doing it. Just go to patreon.com/podcastperiod. That's all for this week. We'll see you next time.
This was a Nerdgasm Podcast production.
Well, that was another in a long series of regrettable life choices.
Served at nerdgasmpodcast.com.